I am Becky Magnolia, and this is Living Weird. The Living Weird podcast is an exploration into our true selves. Together we honor the unique paths laid out for each and every one of us in what I call the cosmic weird wide web. I talk with creators, artists, elders, mystics, and healers about their personal journeys while sharing my own midlife adventure as I do the work that so many of us are doing these days, exploring, growing, and shape-shifting into exactly who we're meant to be.
Well, hello. Second episode right here, right now. I'm sitting outside, so I'm hoping that the wind doesn't affect the microphone too much. Maybe you can hear the breeze in the trees, the traffic in the distance, some birds. But right now I'm sitting on my back porch looking at the river, and it's beautiful here in northeastern Florida. It's like 75 degrees and sunny, December 29th, 2025. So I have some stories of magic for you today. I didn't think I was going to be recording today, but so much magic has happened that we're going to do a recording. So I wanted to read to you what I wrote on Facebook this morning because I think it tells the story best of all. Today is my dad's birthday. He passed away 2 years ago, and here's the crazy cool story that happened in relation to my dad. I woke in the middle of the night to the sound of gushing water. I wrapped myself in a blanket and stepped outside to find the sprinkler head on my condo sprinkler system had burst. It was pouring water 6 feet into the air like a geyser into the night sky. I don't have access to any switch to turn it off and knew in a few moments the auto timer would stop it, so I returned inside. Not thinking much about it, I looked at the time, 12:03 a.m., and I realized then that it was my dad's birthday. He passed away 2 years ago. I opened my phone, just kind of reflexively, to randomly find a message from my brother Josh. My dad's gravestone has been erected recently, and Josh Meyer, my brother, had gone to visit it. He took the photo a few days ago. In the moment, it was as if Dad's soul presence entered the room. It was golden and bright and gentle and kind, just like him. I don't know if you believe this stuff. I don't know sometimes even if I do. Dad certainly didn't. And yet the timing was so uncanny. Midnight on his birthday, a gush of water, a wake-up call as if to say, I am here. Dad was a stable, grounded, loving force in my life who kept me safe and reminded me that I was loved. But Dad and I didn't see things eye to eye, especially towards the end of his life, when I started owning my mystic side, not as a broken part of me, but instead where I needed to go. I could be wrong, but I got the sense that Dad saw anything mystical as irrational. I think he saw embracing the woo-woo as a sign of psychosis. As a psychiatrist grounded in brain science, this is what he knew. Now that he's gone, I feel free to dive into the mystery without the fear of being labeled as bad. That was never his intent, but sometimes that's how it felt. For some reason, this was our path together, and it's oddly perfect and beautiful and okay. Dear Dad, thank you for everything you gave me and continue to give me. I'm using everything you taught me to continue to bring light to this world. I love you. Happy birthday, Ghost Dad. So, yeah, my dad was so cynical about this stuff. And I just think Ghost Dad is here, just like he's with me all the time. And he is just like the biggest protector. And he came to me last night. And again, like, I don't know if this is just my imagination. I could see like these like tendrils, like these almost like a waterfall, these like falling golden tendrils that were like right by my right arm in my bed. And like, it's like I could feel them like gently touching me. So I wanted to continue the story because I posted this on Facebook this morning and I got a big response from a lot of people. And I wanted to read a couple of the responses because they were just so precious and heartfelt. So it's kind of like that ongoing dialogue that's going on in this world. So this one woman wrote, "Happy birthday to him in the ethers. The night my father died, he was in the hospital and had been for months. I woke up at 4:15 in the morning to him sitting on the edge of my bed. He had a quiet talk with me, stroked my hair out of my face, kissed me on the forehead, got up, walked into the hallway, and literally disappeared. He died that night at 4:15. He made his final rounds." And then she goes on to say, "We don't always know what to believe in, but we do know what we experience is real. Keep it close to your heart." And here's another one. Another woman responded. She said, "Definitely your father spooking around with the sprinklers, laughy face. On the first Mother's Day after her death, we were sleeping when the weather radio popped on full blast. It was really off and not set to come on if something evil came our way. Soon after I dreamt she told me I was right about my attraction to the supernatural. My companion has never quite left. He touches me and others." So I don't know what she's got going on here, but she says, "My companion has never quite left. He touches me and others. He pops things off the wall and across the kitchen. He's still fun. And my house is on top of a Confederate encampment, soldier shadows going across the walls, chilly air full of electricity." Wow, that's a great story. So yeah, your father is with you. Don't doubt it, girly. And that's from Pamela, another Facebook friend. And these are people I don't even know, but I guess they follow me. But gosh, yeah, I mean, I'm just so happy that we have a community of people who can honor the paranormal, the weird, the mystic, that this is okay, that we can talk about this stuff and not be embarrassed anymore and not be called crazy. That's really important to me, that I can, say that I have these feelings and these senses and seeing these like actual corporal form sort of events going on, and that it's okay. I think I've had a lot of shame in my life for believing in magic, and even some shame in my life for believing in presence and God, and I've kept it secret for a really long time. So yesterday, a friend reached out to me. He is someone I met at a Sweat Lodge event about probably 8 months ago. And he's an older gentleman. He's in his late 70s, and he is a firecracker. His energy is like, it's just like nobody else's. He's got a very distinctive, just kind of spark of life. And you can't help but be drawn to Joe. So Joe told me his stories, and I noticed as I was driving home that I felt really tired, like really kind of heavy. And I realized this happens when I hold space for other people's stories. And I'm happy to be that vessel for people, but I realized that it goes into my body and I carry it. And so I found a spot by the water where I sat and just kind of released the energy. And, it's not a big deal. But as I was sitting there by the water, I thought, I need like a little sacred bowl that I can bring with me. When people tell me their stories, I want this precious bowl to be there to hold the stories so spirit can receive them. So it's not something that I have to carry the burden of, because it's not necessary for me to hold their stories. We can just let spirit take it and take it off. And then we can just dispose of the stories if they need to be disposed of or given back to spirit, wherever those stories need to go in this sacred bowl. So I'm sitting there and thinking to myself, okay, what kind of bowl do I need in my ideal vision? So I posted it on Facebook in a group page, the Flagler Beach page, and just said, this is the bowl I'm looking for. Does anybody know where I can find one or buy one or know a ceramicist? So here's what I said. I said, I need a ceramic bowl, small, shallow, hand-sized, preferably in light blues, smooth to the touch, sacred. If you know of any ceramicists who can make something like this, or perhaps you find one in your travels, please reach out to me. It must be small enough to hold in my hands. Thank you. So I post this on the group page. Within 10 minutes, 5 minutes, I'm getting a slew of people like recommending, there's like somebody recommending different ceramicists and stuff like that. The fourth one was a woman named Mary. And she said, I think I have one you might like. I'm going to PM you the images. So she sends me this picture of this perfect, shallow, smooth, light blue bowl that she's holding in her hand. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Are you selling it? And she said, no, I'm going to give it to you. It's yours. It's a gift. So come by my house and pick it up. So this morning I drive over to her place and she's left it in her carport. There's a little bag marked Becky. We've never met before. Me and Mary have never met. And I pull up, I'm by myself at this condo and I pull it up and open it up. And sure enough, it is like exactly what I was looking for. And so yeah. So I brought it to the beach and I dipped it in the water in the ocean and cleaned it. And I realized like, I'm just going to whenever people have stories to share, I'm going to pull out the bowl and we can put our stories in there and then just wash it clean and let the bowl carry the truth and carry the pain and all of the shadow feelings rather than me carrying it all, which I don't really need to do. I think I'm at a point in my life where I don't feel the need to carry everybody's weight. Thank God. So yeah. So a lot of magic happening lately and a lot of magic. This is what Living Weird is all about. It is about living in that space, what I call the joyride, where you stay open enough that life just kind of gifts you, it flows with you. People use this term manifestation, and I think it's become kind of this weighty, kind of needy kind of word to me. Like people, I want to manifest this, and it becomes like this need, and I think it's not that at all. I think it's just kind of, saying, okay, like giving it away to the universe, and the universe is like, okay, here you go. And when the time is right, you get what you need. And but I don't think it's anything like I don't think it's something we try to do. Like the more you try to do it, the less it's going to happen. It's just love. It's just the universe just loving on you. And when you're in that space of love where you're holding the depth of the earth within you, and I'm not going to get on a huge trajectory on this podcast, but when we can balance the root, when we can balance the sorrow, the pain, the fear, the wounds with that bright heart. And somehow it's like when we own that shadow space and allow for it, and rather than kind of sublimate it and try to control it, but we look at it as a friendly visitor, we somehow are liberated. And that's, I think, when magic happens, when we can stand in the threshold between the sorrow and the pain and all of those dark, dark feelings that can go into that magic bowl, right? The spirit bowl. When we can hold that and allow for that, at the same time, just opening, as the Lakota people say, the hollow bone. We clean ourselves out so we can be like a hollow reed, like a flute that allows truth and wisdom to flow through us easily. And in that process, when we're in that open space, that's when the magic happens, you know? I am sending you love and peace and happiness and contentment and magic. And thank you. Happy birthday, Ghost Dad.